When you were talking about earlier the dark triangle, you were mentioning specifically that there's a distinct lack of commercial real estate, retail stores, specifically grocery stores. Not many grocery stores in the area. It seems like a relatively simple goal to have, that we would want 2, 3, 4, 5, however many, whatever the number is, grocery stores. Maybe some strip centers with Blockbuster or a Pizza Hut Wingstop, or some place that you can buy children's clothing. Since there are obviously families that live there, but that requires a perception that it's a safe area, that people are going to go, that the person who owns the property is not going to be, the property's not going to be vandalized, that it's not going to be too expensive to insure the property. Do you think that the program that you're talking about with volunteers and community activists being active in this program, do you think that this is going to result in, like I said, a perception of safety in this sector of the city that could provide the impetus that also, with bringing in investment dollars, could result in bringing that type of commercial real estate development, or companies coming in, opening stores?
I mean, okay, myself being an immigrant, a naturalized citizen, one of the things that has worked well for the American economy, stability. America hasn't had any war in 100 years. You look at most part of the world, there have been civil wars, or very strong unrest. America is peaceful. America is safe to invest in. So what creates that safety is because of law enforcement. And that's why if you look at the budget of most municipal government, law enforcement, which includes, public safety, which includes law enforcement, the police, and the fire service, takes the highest chunk of the budget. So there is a panacea. The economic development, drives its strength because of that peace, that security of both person and property. Vandalism will go away or will be minimized, and then people will feel safe. The first thing is for people to feel safe, and if they feel safe and then the property is a given, they will do what it takes to make it attractive and appealing. So yes, if you have that, it doesn't take away from the real police guys doing their job, but this is to complement and supplement and add more resources to them. Again, if we have 40% of our police people somehow move back into the city and they are given zip codes, I say, you want to do this job. It's not just for make a living. We want you to make a living. You're going to make a living. You have one of the best retirement programs in the city. But how about a little more sacrifice? We all make those sacrifices. We are paying you. And the money to pay you comes from these other people or this neighborhood you think is not worthy of you to go live there. We're not talking about some foreign city. We're talking about city in Dallas. We're talking about a section of Dallas. So it can be done, but it may require, and it will require dialogue. Of course, there's going to be pushback because the people will say, oh yeah, no price, not going to work, or that. No, this will not compromise police work. It will enhance police work. And when you have an enhanced police work in areas where traditionally or historically hasn't been, guess what? You pop in. The market will react to that. And when there's a market reaction, what do you see? You see more transactions. And because more transactions do what? Lead to transformation. And that's what we want to do. It's not just to go and bulldoze drug houses. And so what? But how about enhancing and eliminating the conditions that encourage the drug houses? I mean, are we addressing the symptoms, or are we addressing the cause? What are we reacting to? Oftentimes is that. And so police, yes, real estate will take root. People will feel safe. And when people safe, the most important aspect of any economic development, if you look at the 4 factors of production, what is the most aspect? The human factor, which is the entrepreneurial spirit. So if you could have capital and land and equipment. If you don't have that entrepreneurial spirit, which is labor, skill sets, and all those other things. These other three factors don't have, because if you leave $1 on this table and walk away and come back 10 years, that dollar does not multiply itself. Money becomes fungible when the human factor acts on it, and that's part of that safety. If law enforcement is good and if the people feel safe, then they will respond with economic investment. Every business doesn't have to be a national chain. Every business doesn't have to be some big mom and pop. I have a business plan, what I call Dallas Got a Talent Business Initiative. Remember the TV show Dallas, America Got Talent? We're now talking about Dallas Got Business Talent Initiative. And for every $1 million, I have a program on how to create 56 jobs, minimum, out of that. And if you do that consistently for 4 years with $1 million, with opportunity and the likelihood of a matching fund, which could come from the county or the state, or some generous, wealthy guy who say, I like this program, I'm going to enhance it. We could have 300 jobs created in 1 year for small business people. Most small business people started off with maybe $5,000 of their money, or borrowed from friends, or charged on credit card. But this program will offer more, with additional support coming from the various chambers of commerce, with a volunteer board that I hope the members of the Leadership Dallas, those who have gone through Leadership Dallas will be part of. Because for every business, I want to create a 5-member board to help that business understand certain things. So you have to volunteer for it. You may do it for the first 2 years of that program. And then we issue each business a plaque that said, Green Dallas Initiative, business supported by taxpayers' money of Dallas, nurture it, help it grow. So when you walk into that business, you will see a plaque that has that. Well, people say, oh, really? Again, this is America. That's why I came, because things are possible with us, but we have to have the spirit to say, why can't we do it? And that's the America that I came to, and that's the America that I love. The ability to think of things that we think cannot be done and get it done. And we look back and say, wow, we did that. I'll give you an example. When I put a deal in real estate downtown, in 2005, they say Edward couldn't do it. But I put that deal together, for Spectrum Property. The video board you see downtown Dallas now, that was my initiative. The first video board to be approved in the history of downtown Dallas. I did that. And people say, oh, it's not going to happen. And it happened. So, individuals, if they have a passion, what I call my PhD? Passion, hard work, and dedication. That's my PhD. And that's what I will offer City of Dallas. And I'm looking forward to the voters, asking me more questions, challenging my thoughts, engaging me to where we said, let's go for it. You have to have bought a ticket for lottery to even know what are your odds and expose yourself to the odds of winning. And so I have offered myself. I bought a ticket. My odds can be as good, as bad as that of anybody. But I have always had faith in the goodness of American people. Because regardless of where you're coming from, regardless of what your accent is, regardless of what your father may have given you or your parents may have given you, America is still a place where if you are good and you can do the work, we'll give you a chance. And I'm asking Dallas to give me a chance. And this will be a very good opportunity for us to look around and say, thank God we did it. Thank you, David.
Very good. Thank you, Edward.
Thank you.